Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Valley News Live has been riding the rails over the past couple of days, and we're wrapping up our journey tonight. And if that gives you an indication of Bobcat Loader, yes, we are live in Gwinner, North Dakota. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, we are in Gwinner. Our very own Stephanie Getz and Hutch Johnson are among many from Valley News Live that are there for our evening newscast. They'll be talking with city officials as well as several other community members. So stick with us throughout the show as we see what they're up to. And you can follow all the fun online. There are some of the photos, more than 100 pictures that you can view online. You can see them on the screen, and you can also see them by heading to our website, valleynewslive.com, and clicking on this story. An international arrest is being considered a major victory in an ongoing drug problem in Grand Forks. Tonight, a Colombian native is behind bars for selling fentanyl that was linked to multiple deaths in Grand Forks. 34-year-old Daniel Sharon is his name. He's in Panama City awaiting extradition to the United States. His arrest is part of Operation Denial. That's an investigation into the international trafficking of this deadly drug. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us what this means in the battle against drugs in our community.
The amount that could fit on the tip of a ballpoint pen could be enough to kill your child.
Grand Forks police say they're pouring all of their resources into solving a major drug problem that's killing young people.
In some aspects, has been a thrill-seeking initiative. The more potent it is, somebody has an overdose, that's great stuff, let's do it again. A quote that came out to me from one of the kids was, "You're not living till you're dying."
Police Chief Mark Nelson is working with local schools, hospitals, and lawmakers to change the culture of kids.
It's much different now than it was years ago. Now, your wingman is somebody that goes partying with you and has Narcan with them, so that if you overdose on an opiate, heroin, fentanyl, that they'll be able to save you.
It's fun here and everything, but you have to be careful with what you do, and you have to be careful with the people that you're around.
UND senior Waleed Minhas says changing culture is easier said than done.
If people haven't done it yet, they might do it later, and you have to get them before they do it.
It's a fight many believe is worth it.
If you don't want to change that culture, then we're going to have more deaths. So our job is to do what we can to change that.
Chief Nelson says it's not only a Grand Forks issue, it's nationwide, and it takes the whole community to fix it. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
6 others in the Grand Forks area are being federally charged as part of Operation Denial for selling fentanyl, one as young as 18 years old. For parents looking for warning signs of drug use among their kids, we have a link to that on our website, valleynewslive.com. Go there and click on the hot button. A little cooler out there today, but the word is strong winds. In fact, it's forced the cancellation of tonight's Mary Poppins performance at Blue Stem. Let's head over to Lisa Green for an update on our winds. Lisa?
That's right, Mike. Strong winds do have an impact on us. If you're trying to drive north or south tonight, those strong southwesterly winds causing some problems for those drivers on I-29, especially in other roadways. Winds gusting into the 30s there, but the farther west we go, the stronger they get. 54 miles per hour in Bismarck and in Minot, and 61-mile-per-hour wind gusts now in Dickinson and Williston. That's closer to the center of the low that's impacting us tonight and will continue to do so for the next couple of days. That's where that high wind warning is in effect. We do have one county in the warning, Foster County, until late tonight for winds gusting to 60 miles per hour. Many of us here in the valley under a wind advisory for wind gusts that could potentially reach 50 miles per hour, Mike, and a lot of trash cans might get lost. So if you have one out there, maybe you want to bring it in. Anything that can get picked up a little bit easier. The winds haven't picked up just quite yet in parts of the Central Valley. You still have a little bit of time, but it's getting breezy out there.
You'll update the situation later?
That's for sure.
All right, thanks. We were first telling you last week about allegations of neglect and abuse at the Golden Living Center in Moorhead. A presumed infection kept us out of the facility yesterday, and officials there today confirmed what the bug is. In a statement, the nursing home says that they have 6 confirmed cases of H. influenza, and they're all following guidelines from the Department of Health. Now, in the midst of this infection, you've given us dozens of emails and messages about issues they've had at that facility. But one resident says it's been nothing short of wonderful there.
And God landed me in his little place on earth. That's what it's been here. Very relaxing, very peaceful. I have had a lot of roommates, and every one of them, they've been very happy with this place.
Garcia will have been a resident of the Golden Living Center for 6 years come this September. If you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline, 701-237-6576. Do so and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case. You can bet the people attending the Bakken Oil Conference in Grand Forks today have their ears to the ground, wanting to know what's happening in Washington, D.C. A bill is being considered that would allow the U.S. to again export oil. It's getting a hearing there today. In fact, Senator Heidi Heitkamp is working with Republican Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski to end the ban. It was put in place some 40 years ago when there were lines at gas pumps and prices were spiking. Getting rid of the ban would likely be a boost for the oil industry in western North Dakota. And one of the speakers at today's conference is underlining the importance of doing that. His name is Dan Eberhard, is the CEO of Canary Oilfield Services. His company has a major operation in the Bakken. He says the oil ban is outdated and needs to go.
This law was put in place in a time when the U.S. was importing oil from the Middle East, and it was politically sensitive issue, and we were trying to keep it in the country. But now that we've got the Bakken, now that we've got the shale oil, we need to be able to export it.
Not everyone is on board with eliminating the ban. The president of United Steelworkers is one. He testified today that lifting the ban would lead to refinery closures, lost jobs, and higher gas prices at the pump. Another case of E. coli has been linked back to the Red River Valley Fair. Michelle Feist is with the North Dakota Health Department. She tells Valley News Live this is the 5th case reported. All 5 victims are under the age of 18 and from the eastern part of the state. Feist also says 4 of the 5 had to be hospitalized. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. The health department is trying to track down the source of the problem and are asking anyone who got sick within 10 days of attending the fair to take a survey. Now, we have a link to that survey online. Just go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. Law enforcement just wrapped up a speed enforcement campaign. It was held in Clay County. They handed out 183 speeding tickets, 163 warning, and cited 47 drivers for other offenses. More than 300 law enforcement agencies participated in the campaign coordinated by the Minnesota Department of Public Safety Office of Traffic Safety. Extra speed enforcement and education efforts are part of the zero death effort on this traffic safety initiative involving promoting safe and smart driving behavior. Later on Valley News Live at 6. Stick with us. We're going to go back out to riding the rails to see what kind of fun they're having. Wave at us, everybody.
And we've got a powerful low bringing some windy conditions out to that event. And in many parts of North Dakota, this low will be influencing us for the next 24 to 36 hours. All details on that right after this break.